This is Chuck Frey from Innovation Tools with a wrap-up of Day 2 of the CoDev Open Innovation Conference. Just a fascinating day today with a lot of great speakers. And as usual, Chairman Cheryl Perkins did a content integration at the end of the day that basically summarized some of the key themes. And I'm going to excerpt some of them here. Again, this is only a subset of what you'd get if you came to the entire conference, which I strongly encourage you to do if you have any interest in open innovation. First of all, relationships are critical. I mean, a lot of people are focused on open innovation in terms of the technologies you can bring in from the outside into a company, but fundamentally it comes down to people, relationships, having the right people with the right skills in the right place at the right time. Three key issues for companies focusing on open innovation are strategy, structure, and culture. Strategy being, what's the end game? Where do you want to get to? And then finding the partners that can help to take you there. Why do you want to do open innovation? What are the benefits that you want to achieve by doing so? Being very clear on those and having a very well-structured internal capability for innovation before you consider going outside. And finally, culture. This requires a long-term cultural change, even bigger than the one to support internal innovation, because of things like the not invented here syndrome, where companies, as a general rule, tend to be very insular, and everything that they develop in terms of R&D and new products needs to be developed internally. Well, changing that takes a long time. There's a lot of stakeholders that you need to bring on board to make this happen. And another key point that Cheryl made is with open innovation, you get not what you measure, but what you reward. You have to think about changing your reward structures so they don't overly favor R&D projects that were successful, new inventions developed internally, and that they actually are rewarding people who were successful in scouting out new technologies, new partnerships that are bringing value to the company. And again, that takes time. A couple of key success factors for open innovation that were highlighted at the end of the conference. Start with a strategy for your open innovation efforts, a roadmap. What are you going to accomplish this year? What's next in 2011, and so forth. Structure partnerships and CoDev arrangements to match your risk tolerance. Obviously, if you're opening up to outsiders, there's some real concerns about risk there and intellectual property. So know what your tolerance is and structure your partnerships accordingly. Leverage early wins with external innovators to drive internal culture change. These two things have to happen at the same time. And as I said, it's a long-term proposition. And finally, become a partner of choice. This is a theme I highlighted earlier in my Day 1 wrap-up, but it's something that just pervaded this whole conference. The idea is that you want to be so attractive to outside potential partners that you attract the best ideas, that they bring them to you first. This was an awesome conference. I look forward to the opportunity to come here again next year. And I strongly encourage you, again, if you have any interest in open innovation and implementing that in your company, to put this on your agenda for the end of January 2011. This is Chuck Frey from Innovation Tools. Goodbye.